I was ambushed twice on the way up by the police and now once by Matt. It's a great pleasure and an honor to be here, and it's wonderful to be able to share with you. I'd just like to welcome my fellow South Africans, the farmers from Bothaville, a wonderful group of commercial farmers who are reaching out to the poor in their area and have been doing so for some years. It's great to know them. They flew up to Bulawayo via Vic Falls and Harare by mistake. And they have been looking at a dairy project that Willie du Plessis is running in Bulawayo, and it's great to have them here, and I'm sure that they will gain much from this meeting, and only JB, their leader, has been here before, and he's brought a group of new disciples, and I'm sure that they will enjoy sharing with everybody and listening to everybody's stories and their testimonies. I'd also like to welcome, also from South Africa, Hanneke Dupree, who hates the limelight. She's the beautiful blonde lady sitting next to Joanna. A wonderful lady who has her own NGO in Joburg, and we do a lot of work together, and she's truly a blessing to be with and a wonderful person to know. We're working with at Foundations for Farming in Joburg. We have a station near OR Tambo Airport at Beulah Park. We do training on site there, and we also reach out into the rural areas with Amazing Graces. We provide the agricultural component. We teach people vegetable gardening and conservation agriculture methods, and Joanna is busy with Hanneke designing an African heritage cooking and preserving course, which teaches rural ladies how to provide nutritious meals out of the vegetables that they've grown in their gardens, and how to preserve the surplus for the lean times ahead. And it's a course that the two of them devised in our mobile boardroom, which is the back of my bakkie, and it seems to be very well received, and we're into our second year of that training, and we're expanding it as we go along. At Foundations for Farming, Gateway to Africa at Beulah Park, we have our Fumbudza plot, which is nothing anywhere near like what you guys have got here. Our soybeans were half the size, and our maize is a little bit shorter. But we are persevering. We planted them on mine ground, and in our first year of maize, we produced around 3 tons a hectare, and I'm sure that we're going to produce more this year. You can see the difference already in the soil. We planted on very depleted soil, and already the soil that grew maize last year is looking 100 times better than it was. We have a vegetable garden, a demo garden that we use for on-site training, and we also have quite a large herb garden, and we're concentrating on herbs that we can take into the rural areas, take plants into the rural areas and help the people in the rural areas with their nutrition and feeding their children properly. We grow moringa. At the moment, not very successfully. We grow Artemisia very successfully, which is a herb that's been developed by Anamed in Germany, and which combats malaria. So we're very much looking forward to taking those plants into the rural areas and showing the people how to plant them and grow them, how to harvest them, and how to use that Artemisia to stop their children and their families getting malaria. We're looking at expanding our herbal growing area off-site. We don't have enough space at Beulah Park, so we're looking at areas where we can plant, like they've planted here, an area devoted to moringa and another area devoted to Artemisia, on a commercial basis, where we can harvest and make capsules and powders out of these materials and take them into the rural area as well, and also use that to generate funds to continue with our outreach. We have amazing doors that are being opened to us. Various areas that are calling us to go and reach out to them and to take Foundations for Farming training out into those areas and help the poor. And we have recently, since we've decided to look for a piece of land, amazingly God has brought across our paths people who want to give us land to use, and I've got 27 hectares here, can you do anything with it? And I've got 10 hectares there, can you do anything with it? So we're busy following those paths and going through the doors that the Lord has opened for us and seeing which ones He wants us to develop and move on with. We're going strong, and we are very grateful for the support of Brian and Craig and the team here, and it's wonderful to be here. It's a refueling. Coming back here is just like going back home to your parents when you're at university or when you're starting to work, and at the end of the year you're feeling depleted and worn out and tired, and you come back home, and we've only been here since last night, and already we're full of fire and full of love of God, and full of the fuel of enthusiasm that we get from being here. And we'd just like to thank you all. Joanna and I, my wife, would like to thank you all for being here and for being part of this whole champs, and for allowing us to feed off your enthusiasm and your knowledge and your sharing. Thank you very much.